What's up, armies? Welcome back to another episode of 10 a day with Jay. 10. Today's episode is a little bit more serious, so it might exceed the 10 minutes. Just warning you ahead of time. We're going to be talking about the camp, which is an app that keeps you updated on idols that have gone into the military. Well, the function is not necessarily that. The app was created for people who have, relatives, just regular people. It's not always about the idols, right? It was just a way for people to keep in touch with their loved ones in the military, just to see, like, what's going on with, like, this division, what's the news with this other department, you know. But the app also has a section called Star Soldiers. In this section, you are able to see like the idols that have enlisted. So other idols or actors or just basically celebrities who are currently serving the military, and then you get news about them. And so far we've gotten like really good things, like pictures of Jin in uniform, pictures of Hobi in uniform, well, just pictures of BTS in uniform, which of course, is a great blessing, you know? And we get updates about them, like, so and so has been promoted. I think I read a lot of news about Jin, but that's because, he's been in there for quite a while now. So, Jin's been promoted. People in his troop really like him. They voted him as like leader for so and so, like occasion and activity and things like that. So you get a lot of updates based on this. But 2 days ago, armies were not able to find any updates on BTS anymore. And in fact, any news on BTS had completely been pulled from the app. And while it was a great disappointment to a lot of people, it was also celebrated by a lot of people who were concerned about BTS possibly being exploited by the app. So there's pros and cons about this. First of all, we were getting news for free, and we were getting updates for free, and it was helping us to not feel so disconnected from BTS. Because, once, like in a lot of countries, when you enlist and you start to serve the military, it's kind of hard to keep in touch. And you thought there would just be this period of emptiness where you don't get any sort of communication with your loved one at all. For the purpose of this video, we're just going to keep referring to BTS as our loved ones, because they are. So anyway, okay, we were expecting to have this like massive long period of disconnect and just loneliness, just this empty hole in our hearts. But then the camp was such a blessing in the beginning when we when we lost Jin. I have to stop talking about them as if they're like dead. We didn't lose Jin. Let's stop talking about them like this. Okay, I am sorry. Anyway, so we still had like random videos and stuff, pre-planned content that Weverse was serving out to us, but also the army content helped, like the military content helped, because it kept us, up to date. And the last thing that we got, I think, was Jimin and Jungkook attending a lecture together with other soldiers in their, I don't know what military terms are, but their group. Anyway, of course, with this type of situation where an app suddenly receives a ton of attention and it gets this major influx of subscribers or people who have registered for the app, anybody who is interested in making money would want to use this as an opportunity. So what happened was that 3 days ago, Big Hit, not Hybe, but Big Hit Music, which is under Hybe. Hybe, don't forget, Hybe is a Hive company that has a lot of subsidiaries under it, and Big Hit Music is one of them. Big Hit Music pulled all of BTS image, the content, anything associated with BTS, because they own the rights to basically anything BTS. And while BTS members are still BTS members, the company owns all of the content that they're associated with. And this includes all their YouTube and everything. So they don't, no matter what they do, the rights of their content is owned by the agency that they're under. And because the camp has proposed this business model where armies who right now you can send messages to your idols and to the actors or your loved ones, yeah, but there's a character limit. But they're trying to propose a section where if you pay like maybe for a subscription or maybe for like tokens, you're able to use that to send messages with unlimited characters. So like a subscription with benefits, you know what I mean? They aim to be something like another Weverse, another V Live, and they plan to make money off of fans, K-pop fans. I mean, not just armies, but basically fans of any other idol or actor, which is a little bit despicable in my opinion. And while I was actually happy that we were getting all sorts of content and update on BTS, our loved ones, I think it's better to not get any content at all and not have them be exploited by this app that aims to make money out of us. When do we get a break, honestly? When do we ever get a break? Like, this was supposed to be our break too. Like, they're in the military. It's time for us to not love them less, but relax a little bit, just take a breather. Let our wallets take a breather. I keep saying that, but I think that's such an important thing because loving BTS is a commitment. It's one you make with your mind, your heart, and your wallet. And you can't help it. Sometimes you just have to buy something or you just want something. But anyway, okay? Um, yeah. So it seems like it's just getting to be a little bit overwhelming these days. Like we're being wanted. Like we're being sort of exploited too. We're being taken advantage of because of our love for BTS. And companies decide to take advantage of that. And just in order to send messages, you know, they expect us to pay a subscription for that. But, I would never in the first place. It's just not the kind of thing I do. I don't write messages that I know they're not going to read or anything like that. Um, but so this is something that needs to be talked about because I don't want our army family to be taken advantage of just because we want to support our boys even in their personal time like the military, because it can't be hard on them. They do need, I'm sure, mental support. Anyway, the messaging thing is just a small part of their business plan. Right now, you can only send messages and letters to trainees, and once the members have been deployed to their various like posts and or where like other parts of the country or something, you're no longer able to send communication to them. Well, I mean, not as a fan anyway. But still, I think it's just the fact that they had this business idea is is pretty shitty. And from a business perspective, it's fantastic because there's always going to be idols enlisting because it's compulsory, it's mandatory military service, which means there are always going to be idols enlisting, and there are always going to be fans that want to follow and like their adventures or whatever and sign up for this app and also subscribe and send messages with unlimited characters. So it's actually something that they can go in the long run. But I think as anything associated with the military, if you're starting to look at yourself like a business model like that, it's really very shady. And I thought the military is supposed to be really serious. It's like a what do you call that? something that you go through in life, that helps you develop yourself, your character, your mental strength, your physical strength, understanding yourself, how much you can go through and things like that. It's a rite of passage. That's the word I'm looking for. So why? And it's something for them. I want them to experience it by themselves and not still be attached to fans like it's a tether. Like, why? Just, it's, let them have this break. You may think that, it's fantastic that we never get a break from BTS, that, like, we're still getting all this news and all that, but no, it's good for them to have that break away from us. And I think it's a good thing that Big Hit pulled all of their images and their rights, because this company, I can't remember what's the name of it, Downsoft. Okay, Enable Downsoft. That's the name of the company. They're planning to make merch. They're planning to, like, have sort of like things where you can compete, where the idols can compete or something like that. I think that's so stupid, because it's supposed to be the military, where you train to protect your country and be strong and be serious. And why would they want to still live that idle life but in uniform? I don't get it. So they never actually get to break away from that idle life, because what? They still have to pose for pictures. They still have to, um, make little videos, and they still have to, like, be consulted on, like, merch and stuff in the military. What a fucking joke. What an absolute joke. I see the military as, like, a serious place. It's a place where you are being trained to be a soldier and to be able to defend your country and use those skills in the future. And maybe you need to defend your family or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think I support that Big Hit pulled the rights. I was very upset when they pulled the rights for like Superstar BTS, for example, because pulling the rights for them only benefited them and it took away from us. And that was upsetting for me. I didn't support that, but I support this. Don't let anybody else exploit them. They feel like shit enough. They feel enough pressure. They just want the break and feel like actual, like, normal, live that, like, regular life where they weren't an idol for maybe like 18 months, where they just get to be regular people. Even now, they're already having to, like, update people. And I'm sure writing on Weverse is also a little bit of an obligation, a social obligation, maybe. Anyway, this video has gone way over 10 minutes. But those are just my 2 cents worth on this topic. To summarize, the camp started out with good intentions, and they say they have good intentions, but their business proposal, which hasn't been approved yet or anything, it's just a proposal. Their business proposal shows otherwise. Second point, Big Hit heard about the business proposal, pulled all of BTS's images and updates and everything. And at first, people were, reacting negatively, like, oh my god, we don't get any more updates on them. And the final point is that I'm very tired of people using armies, exploiting us, taking advantage of us. Because once again, we commit to BTS with our hearts and our minds and our wallets. And people see that. And people want a part of that, because there are so many of us, and they're just looking to make a quick buck, So I don't want people to use armies, and I don't want people to use BTS. So I think overall it's a good thing. That's what I think anyway. I hope to see your comments on it. Maybe you've read about this more than I have. Maybe you have a different opinion. But yeah, we can always see how it goes in the comments. I look forward to it. This has been More Than 10 a Day with Jay, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.